Hi, this is Anna Horford, and you're listening to Horford Happy Hour. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Horford Happy Hour. Today, I have my sister Maria joining me and her boyfriend Cam. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good. Hungry.
They're really hungry. They decided to come over and hang out without eating dinner, but we do have wine, so that helps a little bit.
I'm definitely going to order a pizza, so fuck it.
And the wine that we're drinking this week is called Alias, but Maria picked it out because it's spelled like Aaliyah, the way our niece has her name spelled, which is Alia. And Maria was like, oh, we can dedicate it to our niece, to Aaliyah.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't want to anymore because
it's not that good.
That fab.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's not that good. But
it's drinkable.
It's drinkable, and it was a nice gesture. It was a nice thought. So,
right.
And by the way, Aaliyah looks so cute in that Lean In commercial, with Al and Amelia and Ian. They all look so cute, but Aaliyah's just
dunking the ball.
Cute little nugget. I love her.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. We saw it at your dad's.
It's about equality and.
Oh, I think I did see it actually now.
Yeah, so she's...
Might have to go rewatch it, though.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I could watch it 1,000 times.
For sure. They're adorable. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about some kind of current events going on right now. Kanye West, John Legend, all that drama with, all the Trump stuff and whatnot.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And
all the Trump BS. And just kind of how it's, impacting everyone and whatnot. So, you guys ready to discuss?
Let's do it.
Are we going to talk about the playoffs too?
We can talk about the playoffs too. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Playoff drama.
Right.
That is A-okay.
But yeah, fill me in a little bit on the Kanye, John Legend. I haven't been on Twitter really much lately, so.
Yeah, so I think it all started when Kanye 4 days ago posted that he got his Make America Great Again hat signed and that he was super hype about it. And, everyone was kind of like, pump the brakes. What the fuck? Why are you...
where's this coming from?
Yeah, exactly. Where's this coming from?
Did he show support before?
He did. He
was president?
Yeah, he took pictures with Kanye, or not with Kanye, with Donald Trump.
At Trump's, Trump
Tower,
hotel.
yeah, exactly.
I think that was the only, major thing that Kanye did because... The Kardashians and Jenners all campaigned for Hillary Clinton.
Well, that was when people really started saying that Kanye was in the sunken place or whatever. He was in some kind of...
Before Trump got elected.
Yeah.
He was having a midlife crisis or something like that.
Well, a big thing about Kanye is people are like, how did he go from, George Bush doesn't care about black people to liking Trump? Because it's out of the two of them...
Kanye's always tried to do...
Neither of them care about black people.
Yeah, but Trump has made it known.
He's always tried to be different, though. Always. He's always tried to do things that people aren't doing. Always tried to go against the grain, I guess. And this could be something, especially with the album coming out, just trying to, kick up dust and make him relevant again before dropping an album. It could be good for sales or whatever. It could be tactic.
Because that's what Kardashians do, too.
They do. It's controversy. For sure.
So then... John Legend had kind of called Kanye out and was like, hey, you have to be careful with what you say and what you do because you influence a lot of people and what you're saying is kind of dangerous to an extent. And I thought it was interesting because I think John Legend had said something to Kanye on Twitter publicly and then had texted him, and Kanye then screenshot their text messages to each other and posted them on Twitter, and then John Legend was like, "Oh, is that what we're doing?"
But at the same time, John Legend at the end did say, since we're posting text, I do have a single coming out, blah blah blah, or whatever.
He flipped it.
He did,
his
but
advantage.
It just looks like it does, for both people. I'm not trying to be the guy that says everybody has an ulterior motive, but it does kind of look like it's an ulterior motive as far as album sales and making yourself relevant before you drop music. It's a tactic. People always do that stuff. As far as
but I don't think that's what John Legend was doing because he didn't start it.
Not necessarily, but
I think he wanted to play on it a little bit and have him be like, this is lighthearted, Kanye's still my friend kind of thing. But so
Kanye's
John
really trying to make it about love though, and about loving people. It's like, love somebody. Say, heck, like right now, the people that you hate or whatever, say you love them.
Yeah.
Like, can you really do that? And this and that. Like, he's really just trying to promote love and be that woke, I guess, mindset. Especially as
I think it depends on what
who
you
Kanye
think
is.
woke is, but like, so the message, because you had asked, John Legend said, "Hey, it's JL. I hope you'll reconsider aligning yourself with Trump. You're way too powerful and influential to endorse who he is and what he stands for. And as you know, what you say really means something to your fans. They're loyal to you and respect your opinion. So many people who love you feel so betrayed right now because they know the harm that Trump's policies cause, especially to people of color. Don't let this be part of your legacy. You're the greatest artist of our generation." And then he responded by saying, "I love you, John, and I appreciate your thoughts. You bringing up my fans or my legacy is a tactic based on fear used to manipulate my free thought."
right,
Which
right.
I think is bullshit. And I had tweeted, I said, free thought is something that everyone can get behind. But if your free thinking enables the cycle of oppression against groups fighting for equality, meaning minorities, women, the LGBT community, then it undoubtedly warrants resistance. That was my tweet. Like, if you're going to promote something, like I said, the basis of that is the oppression of minorities. And that's something that Trump has promoted subtly and not so subtly. And if you're, going to doubt that or challenge that at all, then I just think that you're not paying attention and you don't want to pay attention.
That's true.
And it's like, so of course people are going to stand up and be like, that's not okay. And then someone had commented back on my tweet and said, wow, you just can't accept other people's opinions and belief. And I said, no, not when they're rooted in hatred and oppression, because that's fair. It's like, but Nazis didn't kill everyone. They didn't kill all the Jews. So they must, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like, no, because what they did was rooted in hatred and oppression. Like, there are just some things that, you can't say and do, some lines that you just shouldn't cross. And Trump has crossed all of the lines. And honestly, people are calling Kanye Uncle Tom, and I kind of feel like that. So
I feel like he's an Uncle Tom.
A little bit, just because and you know what, if he just doesn't seem as educated as he should be or well-versed in the issues to be speaking out, because
True, that is
he
true.
seems like he's coming from a place of ignorance, because it's like, if you really listen to what Trump said, like, he shits on minorities. He shits on disabled people, transgender people, women even. Like, so how can you, someone, if you have morals and how can you even support what he's saying?
He's doing it to be controversial. It is. It is what it is. He is.
It's just a bad look.
And like right now we're sitting here talking about him. Is just exactly what he wanted. We're playing right into the plot that he wanted us to play into. I don't know. It's just a tactic, I feel like, to make sales and to promote his music. He is. He's about to drop a tape. He's like one of the biggest artists out right now. It's the biggest thing.
Isn't he dropping it with Travis Scott?
No, I'm pretty sure that, I don't know. I think I heard something about.
Isn't he? Do you not know?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the one thing.
I thought because isn't that Kylie's baby daddy?
Yeah.
Aren't they dropping it? I thought they were
I
doing
have no idea.
together.
No, isn't he doing one with like
Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it is Kid Cudi.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
But now, I mean, who knows? Kid Cudi might change his mind and be like, I don't want to align myself with that. And the other thing is, what I find interesting is
entertainment, though, you guys. You guys understand the entertainment game is a whole other animal. Like, anything to entertain. Negative publicity is the same as positive publicity in these days. It just is. It's the same.
Yeah, but your words have consequences, and I just don't think that he should be promoting someone who, it's interesting because anytime someone speaks out against Trump, they're like, you're such a hater, you're this and you're that, and it's like, who's the actual hater who has literally been on camera mocking disabled people, called Mexican rapists, like, he's fucking racist against all people of color just because he took a picture with, Al Sharpton one time, right. Whoever else. Like, that doesn't mean you're not racist. I think that's so funny. And people are like, oh, you throw around the word racist too much. It's like, well, how else would you put that? You know, like, just because that word makes you uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's not true or that he's not saying racist things or doing.
Do you think
that
like the negativity around Trump has increased since his presidential campaign? As far as like him being a celebrity, you think I don't think he was as hated as much as he was when he was just a celebrity, when he was just
no, but that's what happens when
or whatever the fuck he was on.
When you run for president, everything comes out, and the fact that he was on tape saying that he'd come on to women, like grab them by the pussy without their consent, like shit like that comes out. And then we would have never known that about Trump.
But
because,
right. To me, like, so some of that stuff is like, he just puts it more in the open, and other politicians I feel like have been doing the same shit though. Maybe not all the politicians, but a lot of them, especially like Bill Clinton. Everybody loves Bill Clinton. There are a lot of people like him. He's
debatable.
It's debatable, but I mean, compared to Trump, he's way past Trump, to me at least, but still has done like a lot of really fucked up shit. Like,
yeah, but even if other people have done fucked up shit, does that make it okay that he's doing what he's doing now? It doesn't. It doesn't. It just, I don't know. I guess technology's around now, and everything that everybody does is under a microscope now. So it's just so easy to dissect and see, like, oh, this person's doing this, and I don't like how this person's doing this. And like before, it wouldn't have been like that. We wouldn't know every move Bill Clinton was doing, or George Bush, or all these other previous presidents. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not trying to back him. I'm just saying,
like, he tweets and like he's just,
no other president would get away with the shit that Donald Trump gets away with.
That is true.
I mean, the dude can't even spell. His grammar is atrocious. It is. Like,
hearing him speak, that's the question.
So absolutely not.
Hearing him speak like on TV, I hate it. Like,
because he can't even.
It's embarrassing.
It is.
He's so
I don't even
stupid.
have to hate him. I'm embarrassed as fuck by him though.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are.
Previous presidents, he's just,
he's not qualified. In any way, shape, or form is not qualified. And John Legend went on to say about Kanye's tweets, he said, "I imagine there's some comfort in imagining a future without racism and projecting that onto the present. Thinking if we just deny the truth, it doesn't exist. If history is erased, we don't have to deal with its consequences. However, far too many people don't have the luxury of closing their eyes and ears. They feel it in their lives and can't act like what they see and know doesn't exist." And I think that's true. You can't, just because you want something better, and I do think Kanye wants something better, and he's trying to promote like being open-minded and everything, and like loving and whatever, but you can't ignore what's going on right now.
That's true.
Just because you want a better future doesn't mean that we can ignore the present. And it's just like really frustrating because I don't know. I just think it's irresponsible for him to just, maybe speak without thinking first, like really thinking it through.
Did you hear his quote or his tweet or whatever he said about Barack Obama being in office for 8 years and not doing anything to help Chicago?
Yeah, which is a lie, because Obama had worked on youth programs in Chicago that kids are still benefiting from to this day, and he's actually done a lot of good.
What about gun violence though?
Yeah, it's Chicago. Dude, like, that's not gonna, that shit's not gonna go away overnight.
How that shit is run. That shit is always gonna be happening.
But it's interesting because a lot of people from the black community called Kanye out because they're like, you're saying Obama didn't do anything about Chicago. You're from Chicago. You're rich as fuck. Don't do anything.
Right.
You don't help people. And then you're out there selling a pair of slippers for $900. You think people can afford that? The majority.
Black people don't wear. Black people don't wear Kanye shit unless you're an entertainer.
Do you think anyone can afford
you're some
that?
Kind of entertainer or an athlete or something. Not that black. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna just say that all black people don't wear it. But it's just like all my friends or anybody that I know that I've ever seen wearing Yeezys has always been a white person, flat out.
Right. And that's his demographic. So then maybe I'm thinking, he wanted to kind of play more to like white people and shit. But you can't.
Jordan used to get slapped from that shit for so long for having his sneakers be so expensive and they were like shit that was coming out about how Jordan said that he didn't want niggas, quote, wearing his sneakers and all this other shit.
Michael Jordan?
Like, well, that's what was said supposedly. But it's like the fact that Kanye West came out, he's an entertainer for real that came up off of literally all base. I'm gonna say majority of black fucking fans, especially when him coming up for what 2000s to like 2010 or whatever. What 2011 when he got with Kim, that's when his majority of his white fans started coming, and that Yeezy season shit started coming out. I'm just being honest.
And I think one of the most important things that John Legend also said was think freely, but think with empathy and context too. Your words and actions have consequences. Much love. Like, you have to be empathetic to people's situations. And conservatives, I swear to God, are the biggest hypocrites when it comes to that, because it's like they preach about like keeping it classy, and when the White House Correspondents' Dinner went down, I don't know if you guys watched it, but they usually have a comedian who kind of pokes fun at like, you know, politicians, people in the White House, things like that. And her name was, I think it was Michelle Wolf. And she had said a lot of things about Trump and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, you know, the press secretary, and was like, she literally lies to your face every single day, America. Like, just kind of went on and on and on and called her out, which people don't do. And then conservatives were like, she was attacked. Like, Sarah Huckabee was attacked, all this stuff. It's like, yeah, but aren't you constantly attacking poor people, trying to take away their health care, trying to take away food stamps, trying to like, you know what I mean? Trying to take away free choice for women and their bodies. It's like, where's your empathy then? When you don't want to help poor people, where's your empathy then? You know, like, and so that shit frustrates me, because people are like, liberals, you know, pathetic. Like, you guys are just like, you just want everyone to think the way you do. I'm like, if that means gay rights, human rights, equal rights for everyone, then yeah, I'd like for more people to maybe be open to that, and to show compassion and empathy and whatnot. And it's just, I think conservatives can't put themselves in other people's shoes. Like, I get where you're coming from. I just think it's morally corrupt and fucked up where you're coming from, because you're trying to strip away shit from people who just weren't born blessed. Privileged. Yeah, or privileged the way that you were. True. It's very, very frustrating. And I think that's just, you know, and I know everyone's like, Democrat, Republican, whatever. And it's like, if you want to be independent, be independent. I don't consider myself a Democrat. I know that a lot of people on Twitter have accused me of that. I was not a fan of Hillary Clinton. I wanted Bernie to win all the way. The DNC obviously fucked us all over. Bernie! And so yeah, I don't know. It's just like, if you're going to attack me because I'm a compassionate, like, open-minded human being, then go for it. Like, whatever, you know?
You tell him.
So, I don't know. And Twitter's just, like, the worst place for that shit, too. Because it's hilarious, because people will, like, I'll be like, oh, well, what you said sounded racist. They're like, how are you going to call me a racist? And I was like, your words and your actions, they sound racist. So I'm just calling it what it is, you know? And then people will be like, why do you hate white people? And I'm like, I literally came out of a white vagina. I promise you.
Very descriptive.
I promise you I don't hate white people. Like, that's not the issue.
I'd just like to take a minute to talk to you guys about Beachbody On Demand. Beachbody On Demand is an easy-to-use streaming service that gives you instant access to a wide variety of super effective workouts that you can do from the comfort of your living room 24/7. They have amazing trainers, programs, you can work out on your schedule, you have access anytime, anywhere, and it's also a really great deal. So a program that I've really enjoyed is called the 21 Day Fix. And I started using it a few weeks ago. I had completed it and it was a fantastic challenge. It was something that really worked every part of my body and I really, really loved it and I highly recommend it. So I want to challenge you guys to start a program with me. One that I really like to do is the 3-week yoga retreat. So if there's anyone who really wants to, get into yoga, who's very new to it, I'd love to hear about your experience. So let me know how you're doing and I'll follow up with you guys as well. I really want you guys to try this service because it's something that is easy to stick with. It's easy to hold yourself accountable and, really push yourself to reach your goals. So right now, my listeners can get a special free trial membership when you text HHH to 30303 3030, which is 303030. And you will get full access to this entire platform for free. All the workouts, the nutrition information, and support totally free. Just text HHH to 303030.
But yeah, no, I think people just feel like very like kind of betrayed and hurt by Kanye. And I know like Kim's trying to like back him up and everything and be like, he just wants to be like open-minded and free thinking and all that shit. It's like, yeah, that's fine. But when his free thinking, you know, like I said earlier, shits on other people, then you got to reevaluate
Shits on the
that.
people that literally like were people that he grew up around and the people that were surrounded him.
Yeah.
Him, you know, especially growing up in Chicago, I'm sure that he's seen a lot of poverty and fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And they don't seem to mind the drama anyway. I mean, that's what their whole show is based off of and everything. And
well, he has kept Keeping Up with the Kardashians out of his house though, so I was respecting him for that. He did do that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Out of his house.
Yeah. They're not short on drama. I mean, they've got their whole Tristan Thompson thing going on, and he actually did pretty well today, right? Like had a double-double.
Yeah, they did well.
Yeah, so yeah, the Cavs won Game 7 today. I didn't watch it because I'm just like, I don't care. I
didn't watch it either, but I knew that I made a bracket and I knew that I didn't have them going to Game 7, but I did have the Cavs winning. Victor Oladipo definitely was better than I thought he was going to be. So
yeah, I just saw a lot of tweets about the officiating, and then I went back and like looked at a few things, and there were some questionable calls for sure. But that's kind of happening all over the league, and you know, LeBron's the NBA makes more money when LeBron gets closer and closer to the finals.
That Utah OKC game, that Game 7 was the officiating, and that at the end was fucking horrific. Literally.
That foul that was supposed to be on Paul George.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, if any other game, any other time, any other place, it would have been a foul.
Yeah.
That was just crazy. I don't know.
I know, and home court does make a difference.
But they're hyping up Donovan Mitchell. They're hyping him up something serious.
I don't like how that shit changes.
They're saying he's the next Michael for real, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's really good.
He is.
But I don't like how
Respect to Donovan Mitchell, he's good.
That ref shit changes, like, from
just dependent on the situation
playoffs.
Too. Yeah, and the players and superstar calls and shit. Like Giannis was babied the whole series with the Celtics. Like he got fouled out that one game, but after that, with his traveling and his push-offs that never get called, like it gets to the point where it's like, okay, you can't even ignore it anymore. You know, like.
If he starts shooting the ball, he can be the next. He could be better than Kevin Durant. If he can an off season do wonders. An off season does wonders. Trust me.
Yeah, no, he's awesome, and I like watching him when we're not playing him. But then when we played him, I was paying even more attention to his game, and I was like, hey, this shit like is kind of annoying now. Like being on this end of things and like. Seeing him get away with so much was, like, really, really annoying. Especially, like, I don't know.
Celtics prevailed, though. They pulled through.
Yeah, there was some drama, mixed in, but that's the playoffs. And now we're on to Philly, which is going to be...
They can take Philly, too.
It's going to be tough. Like, just because people forget, like, we literally beat the Bucks with Al and a bunch of young dudes, basically the main Red Claws, like... And people forget that we're not a fully healthy team. People are like, oh, the Celtics should have swept the Bucks. It's like, do you know how depleted we are right now? Like, do you know how much we're hurting?
Right.
Like, and you're gonna,
I think that you guys can beat the
Sixers.
The Sixers, yeah, in 6 games.
Me too.
They're so athletic.
No, they are. You guys can beat them in 6.
It's gonna be tough, but
you guys have home court advantage. It'll be something. Just.
They got a little bit extra, like they got a little bit more of a break, though, the 76ers, because they wrapped up their series quicker.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have to already, when's the first game?
Shit, you guys are young now. You guys got young legs out there.
Yeah, but Jalen's questionable for game 1.
What's up with his hamstring? Is he doing, what's up with that? Is that okay, or?
I hope it's okay. I think that they're probably just going to be, like, more careful than normal, like... Really make sure he's 100% before they let him come back or whatever.
That's what Brad Stevens was saying.
Having Marcus back has been huge too.
Yeah.
Like he makes winning plays and he also helps facilitate on offense. I know people get on him about his shooting, but I'm talking about like his passing. Like he and Al have a pretty good connection on offense and whatnot.
He's a junkyard dog for sure.
Yeah. So
Terry is monumental for you guys though.
Scary Terry. He's been showing up for sure. Yeah. Like we've had a lot of guys really step up. I'm so excited to see like what our healthy team looks like. When, you know, I've said this a million times, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. And finally getting some respect for Al. You know, he's always showing up in the playoffs. I don't know why people sleep on playoff Al every year and say, like, he doesn't get shit done, and then he gets shit done. He's just like, okay, like, on to the next one, you know, like, tries not to get too in his head about shit. And I know he tries to stay off social media and whatnot, which is a really good thing because people are assholes. And I think it's funny because the guys in Boston, like some of the radio hosts, like Lou Merlone was like, they've tried to flip the whole average Al thing. They're like, see, like, I knew Al wasn't average. I knew he was capable of this the whole time. And now you guys are just proving me right. And everyone's like, no, because you pretty sure you shat on him for like months. He's like, I've been saying this the whole time and you guys said he wasn't capable of it. And I'm like, really? Because it sounds like you're just backpedaling like a motherfucker and you should probably stick to baseball. I don't even know if you're qualified to do that,
baseball. But I feel like he's not okay. Like, you can't just go back on that. There's so much proof of you talking shit.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's all there. And now he's like, see, like, I just wanted people to know that Al could perform like this all season. He's just doing it in the playoffs. And like, I knew what he was capable. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Stop backpedaling. Everyone knows you were wrong. You and your little followers can talk whatever you want to talk, but
there's always going to be haters.
Everyone sees through that shit, though.
There's always going to be people that want to hate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's natural.
Right. Another thing for this Philly series that I want to go on record about is people are already tweeting me about, like, me versus Liv Simmons. And
that's Ben Simmons' sister?
Not cool.
Okay. Yeah, and that's not cool. Do not try to pit me against her, and do not try to pit her against me. Like, we both love and support our brothers. We also know the name of the game. Like, we're obviously pretty close to the situation, and we don't need any, like, false narratives or outside drama. Like, it's all love. Of course we're going to be, you know, competing. Like, our brothers are going to be competing, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a basketball family. So no unnecessary drama regarding that.
It's a game. It's all love at the end of the day.
For sure. So, anything else you guys want to discuss?
No, I'm honestly, I need to order this pizza, so.
Maria really needs to order pizza. She's like zoning out. I don't think they want to hear what you guys are going to order, so.
Okay.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Pizza, bitches.
Yeah. If you want like a mediocre red wine, go out and try Alias.
Right.
And thanks for tuning in, guys. And thank you, Cam and Maria, for coming on.
No problem.
Thanks for having us, bitch.
Damn.
Okay. Wow. That was aggressive.
It was. I was just going to say that.
All right.
I tried to say bitch, like, not in a mean way. Like, I could have been like, thanks, bitch. I said bitch. No? Okay.
No, it's fine.
Just turn it off.
Okay. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys again next week.